Expected to skip the inauguration. 10 of the 16 Democrats in Congress do not plan to attend the ceremony. Those not attending include Senator Tammy Duckworth, as well as Representatives Robin Kelly, Delia Ramirez, Jesus Chuy Garcia, Mike Quigley, Sean Casten, Danny Davis, Raja Krishnamurthy, and Jan Schakowsky, and also Eric Sorensen. Many of them say they will take part in a day of service events for MLK holiday.
Joining us now is Congressman Mike Quigley. Good morning, Congressman. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Morning.
Let's talk about some of the issues in play here. And I know you've been involved in Ukraine. What do you think will happen there?
Look, if President Trump does nothing at all, it bodes very poorly for Ukraine. We need to do another supplemental, reminding ourselves that the reason we're supporting Ukraine are the same reasons we fought the Second World War. But what concerns us, obviously, is what was said during the campaign, relative support for Putin and what he tried to do, and the fact that President-elect Trump said he would end the war on the first day of his office. Not sure how he accomplishes that.
We've heard that President Trump might sign as many as 200 executive orders on his first 24 hours in office. How does it play out with Democrats, knowing that the Republicans have control of the White House, the Senate, the House? How do you work together when executive orders are being signed, and how do you see things moving forward?
Well, look, I think the only hope we have here is to speak out effectively on the issues that matter to the American people. Oddly enough, after the election, the polling showed most Americans thought the president was too extreme on the issues. The fact that the margins in the House of Representatives are so close, 2 or 3 votes different, and the fact that Republicans don't always seem to work and play well together. I'd like to think they need us to govern. They always have, and that they'll come to the table and compromise in some reasonable fashion.
You know, one issue that I think is bipartisan is that parents on both the left and right are pretty frustrated with social media targeting their kids, and yet big tech is going to be on the stage this morning. What are your thoughts about that moving forward?
You know, we saw big tech acquiesce pretty quickly to the new Trump administration when we were talking about guardrails. I mean, you can debate that issue any way you want, but the fact is you do need some guardrails given what we've learned in recent years, particularly the vulnerability of our kids. So it doesn't bode well. I'm hoping that they speak out and talk to their representatives, Democratic and Republican.
Mike Quigley, we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Morning. Thank you.